Hello, and welcome to today's trending contract, Instant Judgment, set on Dartmoor and supplied to us today by Shaco1610. So with no briefing, we'll move straight on to our targets, and today we have 5 of them, along with a free map. So for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the mansion staff. We're going to have a lethal syringe stored up in the library, and we'll be bringing with us a remote taser, a proximity taser, and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we're going to quickly grab our lethal syringe before making our way into the entrance hall balcony area and out onto the outer balcony, where we will then find a drain pipe leading up to Alexa Carlisle's bedroom. And we need to make our way through Alexa Carlisle's bedroom, which is littered with enforcers. Luckily enough, they have their backs to us at this particular moment, so we can pass straight through the bathroom, through the changing rooms, and into the staff room, where, as you can see, there is yet another enforcer. So we're just going to quickly wait for her to get in position before we make our way into the room. We're going to render her unconscious, and then we're going to deposit her in the closet provided in the changing room. And once we have that done, we can then make our way over to Alexa Carlisle's study, where our first target is located. So we're going to select one of our tasers, it doesn't matter which one. We're going to make our way into the study and up the stairs, just as Alexa is making her way into her private sanctum. So we're just going to quickly make sure that we're not spotted here. We're going to throw our taser down the stairs, and that will get the attention of our first target. And when he goes to collect that, this is the remote taser, so we'll just trigger the remote, and he will have a shockingly bad day. So 1 target down, 4 more to go. We now need to make our way down to the ground floor, where our next target is located. We have one on the first floor as well, and we will be dealing with them both in quick succession, but we do need to do a little bit of setup for one of them first of all. So we're going to head straight down to the kitchens, and we're going to retrieve ourselves a propane cylinder. In fact, we're going to retrieve ourselves both propane cylinders. I'm feeling extravagant today. So we're going to take our first propane cylinder and we're going to head into the lounge, and right at the back of the room by the bay windows, we're just going to throw our propane cylinder down by the chest there, and then we're going to go and get the second propane cylinder. This is completely unnecessary, as 1 cylinder will be more than enough, but we're going to go for a little bit of overkill today. So we're going to grab the second propane cylinder and we're going to return to the lounge, and we're going to drop this next to its colleague in the lounge area. And once these are both in place, we can then make our way upstairs and start dealing with our targets. So our target down here is the young lady in the purple sweater, Miss Emma Carlisle, or Mrs. Emma Carlisle should I say. And our other target is the young maid currently upstairs on the first floor being chatted up by one of the bodyguards. So neither are doing their jobs. So we're going to make our way around into the balcony area overlooking the lounge. We're going to turn on the gramophone, and once we ran past the 2 lovebirds, we did interrupt their routine. So the young lady will make her way down the corridor to begin her job, but she will get distracted by the gramophone, and when she comes in and turns it off, we are going to drop her with a very quick and simple bullet to the head. Down she goes. We're going to leave her there, she won't be found. We're going to make our way around to the far side of the balcony, and then from here we will have a nice clear shot of our 2 propane cylinders, and we just need to wait for Emma Carlisle to get into position. So in a moment she's going to vacate the sofa area. She'll stand by the bay windows, and then she'll move over to the cabinet here, where we can then detonate the propane cylinder and almost launch her into space. So we are now 3 targets down with 2 more to go, and our final 2 targets are located outside of the house. One on the pathway between the house and the graveyard area, and that is going to be our next target. Now he is a patrolling guard, there he is, and he has a colleague with him. So what we're going to do is make our way down onto the path. We're going to drop our taser, as this is the proximity taser. We're going to move away very quickly, and when our target and his colleagues start heading towards the taser, we're just going to give the non-target guard a couple of little nudges to slow him down a little bit. That will allow our target to be the one to spot the taser. He should speed at any second now. There he goes. So he's going to see the taser, he's going to move in to collect it, and once he picks it up, will have a shockingly bad day. So there he goes. His colleague is completely oblivious, although he has been spotted by somebody else. So I think it's time we moved. We're going to make our way over to the funeral director, who is our final target, and he is located over by the grave site. Now he is just moving away from the grave site, which works for us as there is a gardener in the area and we need to remove him. So we're going to quickly run up behind him, pounce on him, render him unconscious, and get him in the crate provided. And then all we have to do is wait around for the funeral director to return to us. So we're going to just hang around by the grave with our lethal syringe in hand, ready and waiting. He's going to go over and speak to another gardener over by the dead tree, and when he's finished that, he's going to make his way to his desk here, where he will be ever so slightly isolated, and we can then jab him in the back with our lethal syringe. We can grab the hearse key that he drops, and we can then make good our escape. So as we have the hearse key, that makes the hearse the nearest available safe exit. So we're just going to make a beeline out of the graveyard area and back towards the house. If you don't want to stick around and grab the hearse key from the funeral director, there is another one on the luggage just outside of the side door here. But we managed to get the funeral director's key, so we can now leave in the hearse. And once we get out of the main gates, we get confirmation all of our targets were eliminated according to plan, and we get a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.